you. Oh, let's relax. Let's sit down. Mwah. Have a seat. Have a seat. Today's show. Mwah. How you doing? Listen, thank you for joining. Today's show is, I'm telling you, get ready to have your soul fed on this day. Before we get started, I gotta give a quick I love you to the Ultimate Women's Expo, Edison, New Jersey. I hung out with some amazing women over the weekend. Lish and I were there promoting a confident cook. It was standing room only. People were everywhere. I couldn't believe the crowd. It was incredible. We were signing our cookbook that's out just in time for the holidays. People were asking for recipe tips so y'all can just do some things Thanksgiving. Special thank you to the Source of Knowledge bookstore for carrying my cookbook, A Confident Cook. It's a beautiful time with these amazing ladies. So thank you. Thank you to the entire team. Okay, now to the show. Our first guest, oh my goodness. 5-time Grammy Award-winning singing superstar, PJ Morton. PJ is back for an exclusive just for the Tam fam. Yes, he is, PJ. More than 1.5 million people stream his music every month just on Spotify. In his new memoir out today. This is out today. Saturday night, Sunday morning. PJ shares his beautiful journey from the pews to the stage, growing up in New Orleans with gospel roots to topping the Billboard charts, all while staying true to himself. Take a listen.
Artists aren't meant to compromise. That's not why we're here. Artists challenge authority, ask hard questions, and bring comfort and hope in dark times. We can't do that if we're more concerned about ticket sales and charting hits than telling our truth. I lost myself in a lie for a while, and when I found my way out again, I saw the truth. The only way to happiness and lasting success is to listen to your own voice, trust yourself, and never compromise on your vision.
Please welcome PJ Morton to the show. Give it up.
Thank y'all so much. Yeah, it's good to be back with you.
All right.
Yes,
Listen, we are live, and this is a first ever entrance, not an entrance, because
Listen, I appreciate it.
you brought your piano and a boot. What is this about? What has happened here?
You know, Tamball is life, and I decided to play a pickup game of basketball and tore my Achilles, and so I had surgery, and I'm on my healing side now. So I mean,
You're doing good.
We're good. I'm good.
So
We're good.
you decided to be a weekend warrior basketball.
You know, music just isn't enough.
Music isn't enough.
Yeah.
But the voice is good.
The voice is good.
You can play.
Fingers are okay. I got you. I got you.
You got us. You got us.
Yeah.
I love it. You know, first of all, congratulations on this memoir. I sat with it this weekend, and it had me in tears of joy.
Wow.
It had me reflecting on how journeys can go in so many different directions.
Yeah.
Why was it this time right now for you to do this?
Yeah, that was a big question, because it's like, when do you tell your story? There's still so much life to live. But just celebrating 20 years of my first independent album.
Wow.
And you know, the success that I've been able to find, and it being unique, you know, not just winning the 5 Grammys independently, but also being in Maroon 5 and growing up a preacher's kid, and people started to ask questions, and so I'm like, maybe now is the time, because I usually just speak through the music. That's what I like to do, but maybe it's time to just let people into the story and actually give them what my blueprint was and what I went through, because I know that it's different, but I want to encourage people who have different journeys, you know.
You talk about in the book, you go back to New Orleans, the son of Bishop Paul S. Morton.
That's right.
And Pastor Deborah B. Morton.
Yeah.
There you are at the cookout in the suit.
Yes, sir.
Adorable then and now. But you talk about what life was like at the beginning. In the book you write, there was an unspoken expectation throughout our church community that I would succeed my father as pastor. And since I looked like I'd inherited his passion for music, that I would also be a gospel musician.
Yes.
So from the start, you walk in with the PK, preacher kid expectation.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pressure there. And you have this great talent that was recognized early.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Telling your father that you were not going to follow in his footsteps. I know you've talked about that being in the book one of the hardest conversations of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for me, like the path was set out for me. I mean, not only was I his son, but I was his only son. I was his namesake, named after the man. And
you looked like the man.
I looked like the man. And so naturally, and I was good with people. I mean, I think people just thought that, you know, and that's what happened. Sons took over their dad's churches. And for me, I just was hearing something different. And I was like, man, I don't want to disappoint people. Because I've always had that, you know, not wanting to disappoint people. But I felt like I couldn't not do what I felt, you know, in my soul. Like I had to do this. It wasn't that I just wanted to do it. It was a need to get these things out. And so my father, man, thank God for him. Like, you know, I've talked to you about this before, but that conversation when he said, you don't have to be me, unlocked the rest of my life, unlocked my career, and I'll just forever be grateful. Yeah.
Because I was reading, and you and Courtney have been married 16 years?
On Christmas Day, 16 years.
You've been married 16 years, 3 beautiful children.
Yes.
And when I was reading your memoir, I was thinking so much about your relationship with your father, and this is your ultimate story for us, but also for your kids and your family. And you talk about the importance of that. I read another interview that you did, I think it was Essence Magazine, about just really wanting your children to see how it feels and witness somebody living in their authentic space.
Sure. I mean, I think there's no better example. You know, I say I'm a chip off the old block. My father was in the church, but him starting Full Gospel, a new reformation, starting in Koja, growing, pastoring a Baptist church, creating something new was, I guess I'm just used to that. And I got to see that somebody can create something different. And I'm sure my kids see that I'm living in exactly what I'm supposed to be doing and being exactly who I'm supposed to be. And I want them to be inspired by that.
I got to take you, though, to the book. When you were 14, Gino gave you a cassette tape. This was a friend of yours. You write about it in the book.
That's right.
The cassette was Stevie Wonder.
Yes.
And you write in the book, hearing Stevie Wonder's music didn't just change my life, it changed my musical brain. It changed me. From the moment on, even though I didn't know it at the time, my future was decided. That is such a powerful thing because you weren't allowed to listen to secular music.
Yeah.
Then somebody slips you Stevie.
You know what I'm saying?
And it changes the game.
It's like, wait, what is this?
And then you get to meet Stevie and he knows you and he, I mean.
Oh man, just not even just meet, just
work
like
with him.
Spend time and like, I mean, beyond, you know, I still show people when Stevie calls me, like, you know, I'm never used to it. But yeah, hearing, it was the song because I was 80s kid, so I heard the big songs. I just called to say, I knew the big songs, but this had I Never Dream You Leaving Summer on it. Oh. And I heard that voice and I'm like, what is, and it just, I connected it, connected to it in a deep way. I always say, I'm not just a fan. I don't know every lyric. It's something even deeper than that connected to me. And I think it's no mistake we're close now because we speak to those things. He speaks to those things. I think he sees those things.
Which is what you do every day. Every time someone hears your song around the world, you are speaking to them.